Welcome to the channel. This is Astha. I hope you all are doing great. And guys, as you can see, we have guests on our channel. And this video will going to be very informative. Why I'm telling you this thing, guys? Because Divij is one of our subscriber, and he recently selected with two MNC companies, Infosys and Wipro company. So it's a really great achievement for Divij also and for our channel also. Divij, first of all, congratulations to you for your achievement.
Thank you so much, Asta. Thank you.
And thank you so much that you came on our channel and sharing your experience with us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
This is the main motive to create this video and share with all my viewers is only that I want you to share your preparation tips, your interview experiences, your journey of getting selected into Wipro and Infosys company. Okay. So we'll try to give information about both the companies, their recruitment procedure, how you did your preparation and your job role and all the details. Okay. So viewers, this video is going to be very informative. I'm trying my best to get all the best candidates who get selected in Infosys, MNCs, TCS, Capgemini, Wipro, so that you all get an idea how you need to face your interview, which type of questions you're going to be faced. Okay, so let's start with the video. Please do watch the video till the end. Okay, so Divij, please give us your brief introduction.
Hi folks, I'm Divij Shanwal and belongs to Rohtak, Haryana, and currently residing at Raigad, Chhattisgarh. I've done my schooling from DPS Allahabad, like from 10th to 12th, and I got the score from like 76%, 70%, and 82.4% from my 10th to 12th. I've done my BTech in Mechanical Engineering from Panipat Institute of Engineering Technology at Panipat, affiliated to Kurukshetra University. And my hobbies are like I play basketball and badminton. And regarding technical areas, I had a little bit knowledge about Python and networking. That's all about my introduction.
Great. So Divij,
ma'am, firstly, I gave the Wipro interview. So let's get into Wipro. Like my process of recruitment process started with Wipro. So
sure, definitely. When you applied for Wipro company?
Like I applied it like in the first week of Jan or maybe last week of December, I applied for the job on the superset. And my exam was on 12th of January. Okay. Like on 12th Jan, I gave my written paper. And in that written paper, basically it was like maths, reasoning and English. Like there were 16 or 17 questions over maths. Same goes for like English, there were 22 questions. And some reasoning questions was also there. And after in the same paper, there is a second round in which there are two coding questions. Basically, it's a depend upon there's a problem in front of you, and they tell you how to what inputs you should give, and your output should be they also give you the required output, and the output should be this. So according to it, you have to code and they give you options like you can code in Python, C++, Java, whatever you want. It totally depends on you. So they give you the option for that. And in that coding section, there were two codes. One was of medium difficulty level and other was like quite tricky one. So I attempted only one. Like I cleared the test cases of the first coding question because they show you right in front of you. Like if you code the whole program and after you run it over there, they will show you that you have cleared the test cases. Like there will be two green ticks over there that the output is correct. So you can know that my code is right. When I went to the second question, I already knew that I can't attempt the second question because we can see both the question at the same time. Like you can switch windows in that. So when I saw the second question and first question, and after comparing, I decided that I can do only one coding question in it. So I attempted the first one. My first two test cases were okay, and I submitted the paper because I talked to my friends who are in IT. Like I am not from an IT background, so I have some friends in IT who have been working in Wipro or who had seen their friends going to Wipro. So they told me that if you attempt one code right, like if your code run, then there is no need to clear both the codes. Like if you had skipped the second question, then also you will get the interview call.
Right.
If your previous sections are right, like maths, reasoning, you are okay, then if you just complete the one code, you will surely get an interview call. So I attempted it very precisely, the whole paper. Like I didn't thought much like I have to go for all the questions and all. I just gave my best and I gave the first question right and I submitted my paper. After the submission, there is a essay round in which you have to write an essay. The topic will be given by the Wipro itself. And what my topic was like, if you're coming into an organization and if you have a decent pay, what you want, you already getting that pay. So what else you seek in a company before joining it, and in which you have to write 400 words on that topic. So it was very difficult for me, basically because my topic was philosophical. It was not a GK paper, GK essay topic something. So as I was preparing earlier for government services, so I was more into like a GK question aega to dekh lenge, but it was a philosophical question and I was like struck by it ki ab kya likhe. So but I managed it into 400 words, like what due to what I want personally. I just wrote over there, and finally I submitted my whole paper. So the written paper was all done, and my result was declared like 10 to 15 days after 10 to 15 days, like after 12th. And my interviews was on 6th of February. Like 6th of Feb, I gave my interview, and Wipro was the first IT company to which I gave my interview. Like earlier, I didn't give any interview to any IT companies. So Wipro was my first company. So my interview starts like, it was a lady, and she asked me about directly, like they were like on front. They were not like let make the candidate compose or something. They just started straight away, and they asked me like, oh, okay, they will tell me about yourself. So like basic question like introduce yourself. So I just started with my introduction, as same as I given to you right now. And after my introduction, she asked me like, what project you did. Asked me about my project. And once I told them about my detail about my project, they asked me like, it was a group or a single project. So I told them that it was a, yeah, so it was a group project. We were 4 members in it. So then she asked me like, what role you played in among the 4. So I told him that I played the technical areas, and explained other details that I have done in my project. So after that, in that thing, I mentioned that I was good in presenting presentations. Like I'm good in presenting presentations and all. I had a confidence in me to speak to people. So she picked that line, and she asked me like, any difficulty you faced while you given your presentation in your life, like in the school time or in college or recently. So to that I answered that there was no such issues in like giving the presentation, because from class 12th I am giving interviews, I have been taking parts in GDs, and also I didn't face any difficulty in it. So after that, she asked me like, do you know any technical skills? Like currently I was working in a mechanical field, like I was working in a pipe plant. So firstly she asked me like, when I told my introduction, I told her that I was working. So she asked me that, what's your job role, what you're doing right now? So she will ask you about your job role. So when I told him that I am doing this in my job, so when me anything about related to my job, what I personally think, because she didn't ask me anything, was the reason that I explained her very well. Like I got the offer letter of Wipro on 15th of February. Like my interview was on 6th, and after like 9 days, I got my offer letter.
Okay, great. So, Dinesh, now we can start with the Infosys interviews, because so many of my candidates, those are waiting, those are preparing for Infosys company. They definitely want to know from your side how you did your preparation, and all free resources that you used to do your preparation, you can share with us. Okay, please.
So regarding preparation before recruitment process, I will tell you that the preparation area, if you want to look for something, you should refer YouTube. Right. YouTube have everything. You don't need to take any paid courses. Just search on the Google, on the YouTube. Like if you want to learn Python, just write Python. Right. You will see number of channels had given 100 or 200 playlists, like from beginner, for advanced Python, for beginners Python. So whatever you want to learn, it's all available on YouTube. I didn't prefer any other website or thing. Yeah, I learned SQL, basic of SQL from W3 school. That's a good website. That's a good website to learn. So W3 school. Otherwise, most of the thing I learned from YouTube or directly search on Google. Right. Everything is
all the videos available on YouTube. Now, whatever you want to learn, you get from YouTube. and
Yeah,
it's completely
yeah,
free of cost. You don't have to pay anything, and
yeah,
it's very good quality. The content is very good, no problem. You need to search a little
yeah,
bit, but you'll get all the content that is required to learn any particular language, right?
yeah. It doesn't
Great.
depend, like it doesn't matter you're learning on Hindi or in English. The
Right.
videos are on
Available
bilingual.
in both the languages.
Yeah, so it's very really good. Like YouTube is the best platform
Great,
for
great.
this.
Okay,
So
so
I
when you
prepared
given the
all the things
examination of
from.
Infosys company?
I had given the examination on 23rd of Jan.
23rd of Jan. Great. And when you
Yeah.
received interview schedule?
Interview interview was on 6th of Feb. 6th of
6th of
Feb, my
Feb.
interview was for Infosys. And 2nd of Feb, I give the Wipro. And after 4 days, 6th of Feb, I give the interview of Infosys.
Great.
And my offer letter was on 10th of Feb. Like Infosys very fast in his recruitment process.
Yes,
Within a
actually,
month,
some
you will get a
candidates, they are
job.
very fast, but so many
Yeah.
candidates are still waiting for their rewards. So it depends on candidate to
Okay.
candidate also. And
Okay.
based on my experience, I'm telling you this thing, whenever the interviewer feel a candidate very much deserving, they'll
Yeah.
allot them training or they offer letter very soon, right? But there are so
Okay.
many candidates, those are waiting for their reward from the Infosys company, whether they are selected or rejected. So scene is, this is
Okay.
completely candid, very candid to candidate actually. And on 17th of February, we were having their session, right? Their training started on 17th of February. So I'm sure you must also join that batch only.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yeah.
join Infosys on 17th of Feb. Okay, great, great, great. So now we can discuss here about the interview. How you crack your Infosys interview.
Uh, Again, a surprise in this, that Infosys also didn't ask any technical from me.
Okay, you are
Like
a lucky
I
guy in
don't
that
know.
house.
I don't know. I was like lucky or something, or they don't want to ask some technical. But what the thing is, when I gave the Wipro interview and they didn't ask any technical questions to me, I was very much tensed. I was like, नहीं लेंगे. I was like, नहीं लेंगे. मैं बस यही बोल रहा था घर में, नहीं लेंगे. क्योंकि I was feeling like if they're not asking anything technical, then why will they take me in IT company? That
And
if
how
they're
they
not
need to
taking
check
any.
a candidate. But it's totally
Yeah,
depending on
yeah,
the interviewer. This is not
yeah,
IT or non-IT domain related question. This is completely
yeah.
dependent on the interviewer.
Yeah, so same, they asked about to introduce myself.
Okay.
Like it's a basic format. Whatever company you apply, they will ask you the same thing. So
Mhm.
they asked me about to introduce yourself. When I introduced myself, same, I told them that I'm working right now. So they asked me about my job, but Infosys was very much interactive in my job. Wipro was cut short, like, ठीक है, काम कर रहे हो, okay, next. Infosys was like, क्या काम कर रहे हो? So they asked me about my work. I told them about my work. Then they asked me why you want to switch. So this question is very much important for those people who are not from IT background. Like if you are from mechanical or civil, like these branches are core non-IT companies. Like they don't come in circuit branches also. So this question is pet question. They will ask you definitely. Being Wipro or Infosys, I skipped this question in Wipro. They also asked me the same question. By the way, answer was same, so it doesn't matter. So in
Divesh,
Infosys,
I love to hear the answer that you given to the interviewer. Why you are
yeah,
switching from IT, so from your mechanical sector to the IT sector? Why? Because in
yes,
all my preparation videos now, I used to tell my candidates, please prepare this answer. And still
yeah,
so many of them are confused how they deliver this answer, why they want to switch from mechanical to IT sector.
yeah,
And I used to
okay,
take personal sessions also on TopNet. So many candidates are joining me in TopNet and they are clarifying this thing, ma'am, how we can answer this question. So, Divij, I
yeah.
want this answer from your side. Please share your answer with us.
Uh, Ma'am, there is a कहावत in हरियाणवी, रामबाण. रामबाण जो है वो ये है, like if you want to convert from mechanical to why you switching, एक रामबाण यही है, be honest. Just be honest. Your actual reasons should be in front of the interview. And actual reason from mechanical and civil side, I can tell the actual reason why a person want to switch. अगर उसको पता भी नहीं है तो you want to switch just because you don't have money. You don't have money in mechanical and civil. After post-COVID, the situation are worst.
Okay.
And if you are technically sound, if you have great personality, not outside personality, but confidence,
Right.
giving presentation and all, mechanical and civil companies don't encourage it. In those companies, there is a no scope of giving presentation or sitting in a meeting room, taking conferences. There's no such thing. These companies are purely based on manpower handling. Like
Right.
you have to
Go on the fields.
make the, go on the field. You have to make the labor work for you. You have to motivate them. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to gain experience, because this will also help you in IT. Like if you're working in a team, you're working in a project, you have to work as a team. So
Right.
mechanical field is purely teamwork. There
Hmm.
is no personal development, personal improvement in it.
Hmm.
And English is nowhere used in India in mechanical or civil side. Like
Right.
you're completely speaking in Hindi, or sometime in Bihari also. Like Bihar is so much in these sectors. So what personally I felt, I told my Infosys interviewer, my line was this, like I told him that I want to switch to mechanical to IT sector, just because I feel that my personal development will be more in IT companies, as I believe that I have more confidence in me. I am more good in technical areas, and in these mechanical sector, we have to do more of it, manpower handling, and nothing technical in it. Like it's technical, but it's not related to your personal growth. And second reason you can give is like the money concern. Like you can tell them that the money is not that the personal development, the money is not that much as compared to IT. If we compare both the sectors, then because it's an honest answer, they
Right. It's
also
an
know that.
honest answer. Right. Right.
They
Definitely,
also
there
know
is a
this.
problem of money and
Yeah,
financial growth actually.
yeah. So some people may think कि अगर हम ये बोलेंगे, then the interview will think that जहां पैसा मिलेगा वहां भाग जाएगा.
Hmm.
An interviewer can think this,
Right.
but don't give the same reason, only the single reason. Give this reason. Apart from it, join something else like personal development, because that's all an honest answer. Personal
Right.
development will be in IT, not in a mechanical sector.
And in
You
today's
will
time,
learn.
we have really a boom in IT sector. Means we have
Yeah,
so many options, and we have a great scope for ourselves. Like in
yeah.
next 5 years, you can see yourself next level if you are really working hard on your skills. So IT
Yeah.
sector really have a great scope for all the candidates. So no doubt you can give this reason that yes, we have so many scopes in IT sector to grow our career. So accordingly, that's why we want to switch to the IT sector. Great.
Yeah, you can tell them that if I work with same potential for 5 years in mechanical and same potential 5 years in IT, definitely I will be in a higher pay and and taking higher responsibility in IT sector if we compare to mechanical. So
Right.
of course you can give this reason also. So
Great.
that was my reason. This reason I
I'm
gave both
sure
in
this
Wipro
answer
and
will going to be
Infosys.
helpful to the candidates. Guys, as you
Yeah.
can hear, Dipesh give this answer. You also can prepare your answer accordingly. And according to me, this answer is completely correct, actually. You can give this answer, no problem with that. You can frame your own answer using his points, like whatever he is mentioning about the mechanical stream or civil stream. You can use that thing. Great. So what are the next questions, Dipesh?
So when I told him about my job, so in the resume, like Infosys go through your resume, Wipro don't. Like in my case, they didn't.
Okay.
So Infosys went through my resume, and while he was taking my interview, my resume was in his right window. Like I guess he was having another desktop or something, because he was telling me to just wait a second. He was looking like this and was scrolling something down. Like he was reading my details, that what I had written in my resume. So whatever you have written in your resume, it should be right.
Okay.
You shouldn't bluff in your resume. Like that's a basic necessity in an IT company. Don't bluff on your resume.
Right.
Because that can take you high and that can take you to ground. Like resume is the key thing for a fresher, especially for a fresher. So he watched my resume, and in that I had written in my job profile that I had worked on SAP tool. In my current office, I was working on SAP tool. So in that he asked me like what personal issues you found in working at SAP, like any issues you came across. So in that I told him that when I was learning SAP, so that time I was having some difficulties because I didn't know what field to enter, what field not to enter. Like I gave a very general answer because I was not good in technical SAP tool, like how technically SAP works. I was not aware of it, so I didn't went into that area. That technique, that SAP tool is very slow. You have to give field once by one. because I knew it that once I will say this answer, next question will be what alternative tool you can use.
Right.
And there I will be like stuck. There I will not be able to say anything. That's why I didn't say SAP technical areas. I gave just a general answer that during my training, it was really like quite difficult for me to learn like how to work on SAP. But once my training was done from the head office, I was purely like into it, and there was no issues in working on SAP for me. After that, I gave a very HR answer to him,
Okay.
not a technical answer. So after the SAP tool, he also asked me like any technical skills you have been learning. So honestly, I was learning Python from like 2 to 3 months only. Like I decided to join IT at December last week. Before that, there was no idea in my mind to go in IT. So this video is also for those people who are thinking to switch to IT, and I did it in 1 month.
Okay.
Just 1 month. Just 1 month, I started learning Python. I had learned Python for like 15 to 20 days only. In that, they will give you the basic Python. You will learn the basic Python in 15 to 20 days. Some people can learn whole Python also. I was working, that's why I learned basics. So you can 15 to 20 days I worked, learned Python, and my interviews were started. My papers were started. So there is no such thing that in 1 month you can't do it. So जो YouTube videos कहते हैं कि 1 month cleared this interview, वो होता है. It is possible. Earlier I was also thinking that the channel is bluffing. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. But once I did it, it is possible. You can do it in 1 month.
Also, candidate, how you are presenting yourself. Guys, in just 15 to 20 minutes, the interviewer will not going to judge you perfectly, okay? But you have to show your best at the time of interview. Okay, it's like sell your own skills, yeah. So you have to show them your own skills, best skills actually. If you'll do that, you'll crack interview, no problem. Because this is freshers hiring division, so they're not expecting candidate to know much technical or have much experience into any particular domain. They're just expecting candidate that yes, he or she should be ready to learn new things and should have interest actually. Great. So what are the next questions, Divij?
Next, when I asked, told him that I'm learning Python and networking, same that I told you, same surprise. He didn't ask me anything. He just asked me a philosophical question, like you are saying that you want to switch, and I gave these reasons. So he was like, after hearing these reasons, he was like, how you're motivating yourself to work in right now in a mechanical sector if you want to switch, and these situations you are facing. So to that I answered, and I want to give this answer because people who are working and want to switch, they might get this cross question also. So when he asked me, I told him that I'm a kind of a person who don't run away from responsibilities. So I had taken this job. I'm working for an organization, so it's my sole responsibility to work for it for that time till I resigned. So up to that time, I will work. I will give my full potential to that organization. So I don't feel like I'm planning to go to IT. So I will give balls here. Like I will not work here. I will not work here. I'm not that kind of person. I told him that I'm not that kind of personality. So that was my answer. After that, he directly said that any questions you want to ask to me. So generally people ask questions. Both the Wipro and Infosys say that, do you want to ask something for me? So I never ask questions to interviewer. Infosys interview that went, and my offer letter was on 10th of February, and they don't give documentation time very much. Like within a week, you have to do the documentation.
Okay. So
like
here I have one more doubt, because so many of my candidates are having the same doubt. Have you faced any difficulties while doing this documentation part with Infosys company?
If you go through the mails, like the first mail, they give you 4 documents. And in those 4 documents, there will be your offer letter. There will be a format for your service agreement. And there will be 2 forms, like guidelines or something like instruction. And in that also, they must be have written your pay structure also, like how you will be get paid and how your training will go through, where your training will be. So first doubt that came into my mind was, by seeing my offer letter, it was written that we are glad to invite you to Mysore. So I was so confused that is it a virtual training or I had to go to Mysore? Right. And every person will have the same doubt because Infosys don't change his format. He is not written like virtual training over there. It will come Mysore to you also. So don't panic. Just, like 2 to 3 days early, like 15th or 16th, if you're joining at 17th, then 14th or 15th, they will give you a mail in which it will be written that you don't have to come to Mysore campus. The boarding will be online.
Okay.
And for that, they gave a separate app. There's a portal. If you can search on Google, Infosys Launchpad.
Infosys Launchpad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So in Infosys Launchpad, it is written in FAQs that how the induction will be done. So in it is written that induction will be virtual. You don't have to come any of our campuses. So that was the first doubt that every person will have after seeing his offer letter. So if you go through all the mail, all the instruction, and if you read all the documents thoroughly, like the 4 PDFs thoroughly, I don't believe if you have a sound mind that you will have any issues. Like you will have any issues how to upload, how to do anything rest. Yeah. So there will be no any issues in it. Just make your service agreement done as soon as you can, because the thing is that like there are candidates in my batch also who have not done their documentation yet. So there is no such hustle in it like you have to do before 17, you have to do before 17. Of course they will make the pressure, and an organization should, because if you delay their process, then they will have difficulties in making batches and all. So it will be good that you complete your documentation before 17, and it is possible. 1 week is more than enough. Service agreement took me only like 1 hour. Like I went to court, I went to notary, and I done my service agreement. They given me the PDF. So all was done. Just print out the PDF, write the details with pen, and just take a 200 stamp, and your service agreement is ready. Apart from service agreement, there are all basic details you have to upload. Just keep the scanned copies of all the documents in your laptop, like your 10th mark sheet, your 12th mark sheet, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card. You have the thing is you have to make a NSR registry, National Skill Registry. You have to go to that website and you have to take a membership. I will suggest, if you are applying for Infosys and if you are confident कि आपका clear हो जाएगा, then go to NSR and do it right now, because it takes time to generate an ID. It will take some time. So if you will do it in the within a week time, then it will surely it will give you will panic basically. I'm not getting that ID. I'm not getting the ID, because in Infosys Launchpad you have to enter that ID, the NSR number, IT pin. They generate. So do the skill registry. Just fill up the go and register and take the membership. It is a paid membership. You have to deposit some money over there, depending upon if you are taking a membership of 5, 10, or 50 years. According to it, you can take the membership. And apart from it, another doubt that my batch fellow mates were having were NAT ID. It's a National Apprenticeship Training Program, I guess. Right. It's a government thing. So you have to make a NAT ID also. In that, you don't have to pay anything. You just have to go and register. The officer will check your documents. Like the NAT officer will check your documents online, and he will revert back you on your mail with your ID, NAT ID. That also you have to upload on your Infosys. This is for those who are not working. Like I'm working, I have a UN number. I have a PF account already. So if you have a PF account, so there is no need. Like you can make a NAT ID, but UN will do. If you are applying for UN, you are entering UN number, then NAT ID, they will not take the NAT ID. The system will not take the NAT ID. It will go to another internal system if you upload a PF account over there.
Oh, great. And you started your training on 17th. Okay. Yes, so Divij, one more request I'm having here with you, because I can see that you can explain all the details very nicely. Please do contact me after 1 week. We'll do again one video on your induction process. Okay. Your training process, like how the Infosys start their training, which type of training they're providing you, generic or general, all those things. Okay. So we'll do that video after a week. Okay. When you'll be completing your 1 week in Infosys, then we'll definitely do a video on that. Sure. Thank you so much, Divij, that you came on our channel and you shared all your preparation tips, your experience with us. I'm sure this will going to be very, very helpful to all my candidates, right? So guys, once again, I want to congratulate Divij from all my subscribers side also. for your selection with Infosys and your joining also. Thank you, viewers. You watched this video till the end. I'm sure this video will going to be very helpful. You're going to know about Wipro also and Infosys also, all the interview questions, tips. So please follow all those tips.